everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Spire. Last episode we sucked. Let's not suck this time, but still strive for redemption. Playing as the Silent this time. Again, I know we played as the Silent last time. It didn't go that well. At least confront the first boss. That's offensive. We don't get a bonus because we died before the first boss. Okay, use your noggin. This path is too linear. It gives you no chance at elites. But it does give you an early rest. But this is like the easy mode path. Yeah, this path, I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Maybe I've just never noticed it. It's completely set out for you. You have no choice over here. I kind of like that. I don't want to do it, but I kind of like the idea of it. I do also like the idea of going this way. Like, I sort of like question mark, combat, shop, elite, rest. We could also do combat, question mark, combat, elite, rest. It doesn't give us an early shop, and there's no other opportunity to get to a shop. I would like to buy a relic, and we could probably do so with combat, so, sure, let's start here. I think this gives us the most flexibility. Alright, Jawworm, nothing to worry about. What are our high-value cards early on? Neutralize. 10 out of 10. And then if he's doing 8 damage, Survivor, discard that, and do 2 strikes. I should slow down. I am going to be prone to making arithmetic errors for sure if I play at that speed. So, I think that the right answer for optimal play is probably going to lie somewhere in the middle of the strategies that I've employed and the strategies that I'm afraid of. I would still like to preserve as much HP as possible because it minimizes the amount that we have to, and I'm just assuming at this point, you know, it's a pretty solvable encounter, you know. If he's not attacking, if he's not attacking or blocking, well, let's rephrase. If he's not attacking, we are just going to attack as hard as we can to try to get him killed. 15? We can't kill him. So we'll do this. I think I'm probably playing a little bit too cautiously. At the same time, it is hard to argue with the fact that it's nice to maintain your HP as much as possible and not have to rely on regen potions. Are you kidding me, dude? I mean, you're gonna do some damage, but like apart from that, not drawing any strikes is gonna be a pretty big negative here. I'm not gonna say that he's gonna start to get out ahead of the curve here, but he does have 6 strength now, and he's gonna do 13 damage. But he also is only gonna survive 2.5 attacks. There we go. We got a potion, acrobatics, distraction. Add a random skill to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. A skill can also be block. So distraction seems like it could potentially give you some good stuff. It could potentially give you some bad stuff. 1 energy for block is not bad, but it essentially means that you have, or for defend, I should say. It means that you don't have any choice in what the skill ends up being. Draw 3, discard 1. I can see the value, but it seems like a little expensive on energy. Because you're paying 1 to cycle and draw, but with 3 energy, that makes things pretty problematic. I'm going to go Bouncing Flask, which I still think is strong, even though it didn't really work well for us last time. Before you lies an elaborate shrine. We can upgrade a card. I think we should probably upgrade Neutralize. So that seemed like a good place to go. And then we do have combat, which I'm not disappointed with because we could get gold out of it. See, this is a situation where maybe using Bouncing Flask is the right call. Like Bouncing Flask Survivor. Because he's going to start adding wounds to our deck. But I'll tell you what, I'll go Survivor, block, strike. And hopefully that's the best of both worlds. That did not add a wound. This time he's only doing 7 damage. We can apply 2 weak. He's only doing 5 damage. Sadly, we did not draw 2 things that do damage. We definitely need a little bit more offense in our deck. The defense is nice. It is like slowly getting the job done. But slow might not cut it long term here. We probably, in fact, now that I think about it, unless we draw Neutralize in 3 strikes, I don't think we can get a kill on this turn. Especially not with us being weakened. So you will definitely get neutralized. Hit you with 2 of these, 1 of these. Alright, I mean, we're ahead of the curve here in terms of what we're doing. We want to preserve all of our HP to fight the elite, of course, but, strike, strike. Ooh, lucky us. We want to preserve all of our HP to fight the elite as much as possible, but the elite fight is so important because we can get the relic out of it. A second potion is really good, too. At the end of your turn, retain up to 1 card. It's, like, Poison Stab is so good. Again, it's essentially 11 damage for 1 energy, and if it synergizes with other poison stuff, that's amazing, but retaining a card is really nice as well, because it costs 0 for 1, and then beyond that, if we get like a neutralize and the enemy's not attacking, we can just do other stuff and retain the neutralize to use on them on their next turn. But Poison Stab probably is what we want here to enable some easier plays. We're so low on gold, I don't think we're going to be able to buy a relic unless we get real fat on this guy right here. See, the dream scenario is that we have neutralize, and then we can use Survivor Bouncing Flask, but instead, we'll use Survivor, get rid of a strike, defend, hit him with a Poison Stab. In other roguelites, I understand where people are coming from, and I'm probably pretty bad at Slay the Spire. I'm probably a little bit below the curve, which is not uncommon. But, you know, if you take a hit on Isaac, most of the time it's not that big of a deal. You know, I think people might be thinking that I'm looking at a blood bank and going, I don't want to lose any HP, but what I really think I'm doing is recognizing that it's hard to get HP back in this game. So I'm doing whatever I can. This guy's going to escape pretty soon. We got to be a little bit more aggressive, I think. But I'm doing whatever I can to preserve my HP as much as possible, knowing that it's pretty difficult to get it back. So this guy's actually dead, starting on the next turn. Poison goes through shields, which I have made the mistake of forgetting many times. Might as well use it once just to see it in action. Long death animation. 141 gold. Masterful Stab. Not going to be useful in a lot of situations for us. Deadly Poison. Footwork. I do like Footwork. Getting 2 dexterity right off the bat for 1 energy is not bad. We already have enough poison, I think. Since we're not going to have another chance to go to a shop, I think we should try it. But we might not be able to afford a relic. We definitely cannot afford a relic. Trip. Apply 2 vulnerable. For free, it's pretty good. Dagger Throw is okay. What about, do we have Regen Potion? No, we have Elixir. We could take a card out of our deck. You know, you could take out a Defend, for example, but I don't know if it's that useful. I do like Infinite Blades. Catalyst, I wasn't really thrilled with last time. Let's try Infinite Blades. And I'll take, wait, choosing, we can afford it. Let's take Trip. 2 vulnerable for free and not being exhausted, I think is pretty good. Alright, this is the moment of truth here. Surely, I think here's how we want to tackle this. Get poisoned. You should definitely get neutralized. You should definitely be poisoned yet again. He's alive but confused. And I think we should poison him 1 more time. He has 18 poison, so essentially he's over lethal already. But if we can kill him before he gets a chance to do much of an attack, that would be ideal. He is going to hit us this turn. We got no card draw to get another block. So we'll defend, strike, strike, and he's going to be like half dead. To take 8 damage is not that big of a deal. Not yet, anyway. He's going to do 18 damage this turn. I think if you... Well, let me put it this way. Defend, defend, Survivor, or in opposite order, would also give us enough block, and he's still going to take 16 damage this turn. Footwork to gain 2 dexterity. Survivor would give us 10. I think the right play, as much as it's kind of maybe a little irritating, is Survivor, dump Footwork, block, block. He's still taking 16 damage. All we got to do next turn is 20 plus the Fire Potion, and he's dead. I would prefer to keep the Fire Potion, but we'll see. Oh, I would definitely keep the Fire Potion because he's going to do a negative effect. So, just hit him with the Bouncing Flask. Hit him with this. He's dead. He won't be able to attack ever again. This was a really good elite encounter, actually. So we might as well end the turn. Do you take extra damage from vulnerable poison? You do not. At the start of boss combats, heal for 25. Hugely valuable. I love this. At the start of your turn, apply 2 poison to all enemies. Easy choice, in my mind. Well, we gotta look at it. Would we rather have question mark combat? Sorry, would we rather have campfire combat? Would we rather have question mark campfire? Probably a question mark campfire for a chance to get another relic or something. Fall into a puddle of slime goop. We've had this before. I will choose to gain gold and lose a little HP because we're going to heal before the boss anyway. We're going to rest, and on the rest I'm going to upgrade a card, and I'm probably going to upgrade... I mean, Bouncing Flask gets much better. Noxious Fumes, though, I think is the be-all, end-all here. Infinite Blades can be good as innate as well, but... I do want to fight the elite enemy as well, if we get a chance here. 24 gold frozen egg. Upon pickup, choose and upgrade a power. Start with Infinite Blades. If the enemies choose not to attack on the first turn, we can definitely use Infinite Blades. So this is a real test for us here. It's the Gremlin Noob. I know that's not his name. I'm going to choose to go with it regardless. And this is where things become really good. So we'll use Noxious Fumes, and Bouncing Flask is very tempting, but... I mean, Bouncing Flask will do 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I did have the math for that, right? It's, the first video I did with the silent, I was like, well, let's look at it this way. Is it really just 2 times the value of whatever your poison? No, that's just ridiculous. It is 2 times 3, but, like, if we were going to do 7 poison damage, 7 plus 6 is 13, 18, 22, 25, 27, 28. This is like a 10th grade math question. I'm embarrassed I can't come up with it off the top of my head. You figure it out. That's your homework. So we used Noxious Fumes, so you're going to get extra poison. Shiv for extra damage is also good, but I think we can kill him a lot faster. I mean, the dude will have 12 poison at the end of the first turn if we do this. But a Shiv plus a Strike... It's only 4 extra damage per turn. I think we want to do this. The opportunity cost is that we lose out on Strike right off the bat, but I don't necessarily think that's that bad. Whenever you play a skill, he gains 2 strength. Well, I don't really want to make him vulnerable then. I think I'll just take the 10 damage on the chin. Or we could take 7 damage on the chin. I'm going to take 10 just to kill him a little faster. We know we heal before boss fights anyway. Hopefully we can get him killed next turn or the turn after. He's weak for a bit. He's definitely going to die. Like, he's not going to beat us. Because he's dealing 4 damage, I think we can afford to play a skill. We'll discard Defend. Play Poison Stab. Play Strike. Not going to take any damage here, and he's going to take 16. Means we only need to strike him once on the next turn to kill him. Unless we're somehow made vulnerable, or we are vulnerable, somehow made weak, I mean to say. So my dude is super dead. Took more damage than I'd like, but in the end, for getting a relic, it's probably worth it. Gain energy on the first turn of each combat. I think it is worth it. Whenever an attack... deals unblocked damage, apply 1 poison. Good, but expensive. You know, this plus Shiv is amazing. Or this plus Infinite Blades, or whatever it's called, is amazing. Get a Shiv every turn. Most of the time, that's going to apply 1 poison along with 4 damage. Escape Plan is free cycle, but I think it'll go well-laid plans. It helps us enable Neutralize a little bit better. Oh no. You come upon a dapper-looking, cheery gremlin. It's time to spin the wheel. Are you ready? I would like to get this, or this. If this removes a card from our deck, or one of these two, I'd be very pleased. That seems fine. You have given me gold, I think. How much? How much gold did you give me? It was like 100 and something. I want to choose if we can fight the elite. I'll probably abstain from doing it for now, but And this is where we're going to be so happy to have damage against all enemies, by the way. That being said, we actually need to enable it. How much damage are we taking first turn? 18. Well, this kind of stinks. I think I'll choose to take 10 damage. I have a play. We don't use defend, sorry. We use survivor and get rid of a defend. We use infinite blades. And then we poison stab 1. And it's going to apply... No, it's not going to apply 3 extra poison, that's right. And... 3 poison. You will be killed after 1 turn. We still have 1 more turn on top of that. We might as well defend again. Block for another 5. Everyone's going to get in 1 attack. We've been weakened, which is actually not that bad. I keep thinking innately we have that extra poison. But keep in mind, we're getting a shiv per turn, which is actually really good against super weak enemies. We can retain a card. We need to play Noxious Fumes for certain. If we vulnerable... an enemy, we might be able to get through in 2 turns. Like, you get shivved, you take that. So definitely strike's not gonna quite do it, huh? It's annoying. I mean, our turn is very easy. We're gonna take another 10 damage. This is okay because we're gonna heal before the boss regardless, and we're definitely gonna rest as well, but it does mean we're not gonna fight the elite. So, oh, we took 5 damage, sorry. We're starting to come out ahead of the curve, by the way, because of the fact that we've got, you know, the extra poison damage applied to these enemies now. Surely, I'm just trying to think. Want to hit an enemy who has, like, the most HP. Two defends puts us in a pretty good situation. I just want to see if we can't, like, lethal someone in the meantime. 4 plus 3. We can get you into lethal range. And then throw up 2 defends, take no damage. And at this point, we're very much ahead of the curve. Remember, these guys are getting poisoned every turn. For 3. So we need to deal 3 damage to you and 4 to you. It turns out that'll do. Okay, I think we're starting to cook a little bit here. Card draw potion, don't dislike it. Masterful Stab I think is garbage. Endless Agony, whenever you draw a copy, whenever you draw this card, add a copy of it to your hand. Deal 4 damage, exhaust. It seems good. Would synergize well with the one that gives us +1 poison. It's a power that gives us +1 poison every time we hit an unblocked attack, but 3 damage 5 times, just too expensive, I think, to be justifiable. Question. I think we don't want to ruffle any feathers here. Let's go question mark, fire. First question mark is combat. Okay. Fair enough. He's not doing anything. So I think this is where we actually use well-laid plans properly. We use well-laid plans, we'll retain neutralize for next turn. We'll use infinite blades. We'll use footwork. All making us stronger in the future. And then we'll, you know, strike, defend for no reason. That wouldn't have been a terrible turn to use card draw because we had kind of a weak turn. But I want to save it for the boss if possible. We're made frail, which means he's probably going to start to attack, but... we can, we don't have much defense, actually, but we can at least neutralize him. Defend is going to give us 5 block, which is compromising for frail. Hit him with the vulnerable. Probably Noxious Fumes is worth using. Shiv. Defend. And then 1 strike, and we'll retain our other strike. This guy does have lifelink, or split, yeah. When he... is below 50% HP, he will split. But that can also interrupt his attack, which we probably do want to do on this turn. Since he's still vulnerable, we can do Endless Agony. Ah, Endless Agony only works once. That makes sense. Now, poison will be taken off of this enemy when he splits. So we do want him to split. With his current HP. Okay. So we want to save our poison stab. Might as well. Oh, I'm stupid. We actually could have killed him with poison stab. You idiot. Well, you know what? If they both have 4 HP and they do no attacks, we're still good. Or if they both have 1 HP and they do no attacks, we're still good. But yeah, that was pretty dumb of me. In fact, these guys are already dead because of the poison effect, but yeah, that was dumb. It's a good reminder that we should pay closer attention. Do we get a potion? Strength potion. Sucker Punch. 7 damage 1 week. Acrobatics. I like Sucker Punch. I like to apply weak. Please don't give me combat. It is not combat. Okay, we can remove a card, transform a card, or upgrade a card. I usually will go upgrade here. I understand the value of remove. Transform is kind of like removal with a little risk. We can turn Endless Agony into 6 damage. Well-Laid Plans get 2 cards. 9 damage, 2 weak. I think that's very good. Poison Flask is still good. Poison Stab is still good. If that was 4 dexterity, I might consider it. I mean, even Survivor could be okay. This goes up to 12 damage for free, which is not bad. Sorry about the screen flicker, by the way. I think it's just a way that OBS hooks into the game. I do like upgrading 0 energy cards, but they're only... Essentially, it's exhaust. It's one-time use because you get the power forever after it. Sure, I like 2 weak. We're definitely going to rest. And then we're going to get another 25 just before we fight the boss. 25? Yeah, so we're actually going to be at full HP for the boss fight, which is great. And we're fighting a Dapper Slime. He's going to hit us for 9. I think we definitely want Infinite Blades. Might as well drink our potion. We'll save the Fire Potion for now, and we definitely do not need Swift Potion. 2 vulnerable. I don't love it, but we can't retain on this turn. Infinite Blades for certain. Block for as much as we can. And he does have Split as well. So when we get him below 50%, we really want to hit him hard. Goop Spray. Draw Reduction. So we draw 4 for 2 turns. Oh, but we got Endless Agony. We certainly want Noxious Fumes. Well-Laid Plans is free. Noxious Fumes is great. Hit you with 2 Endless Agonies. I mean, that's our turn right there. We can use our Swift Potion to get over our card drop problem. He's going to hit us for 35 unless we can do 32 damage to him. We can do 32 damage. Yeah, I think we can do 32 damage. Otherwise, we're definitely going to want to block. Let's... like, the Fire Potion is 20 by itself. We need to do another 26. Yeah, so he's been interrupted there, which is very nice. And I think we'll just end turn and we'll retain Survivor. So we can use it on our next turn. Now we got 2 slimes. Certainly you want to neutralize. Can we kill this one? This one is also going to split. So we need to do another, I mean, what's half of 53? 27 in this game. So we need to do another 20 damage. That's probably not going to happen. But Poison Stab will deal essentially 10. And then Shiv. It'll take you close, but I don't think it's going to be enough. So we definitely want to use Survivor. Pop a Defend for ourselves. I mean, the turn is set in stone for us, as is, I suppose. We definitely want the power that allows you to transfer poison. Especially with the, like, incremented poison every turn. Seems good right now. These guys are not doing really anything that special. So I think we want to go, like, I mean, strain up the bouncing flask. Essentially, I think if we just strike, you're gonna split, but the poison is gonna enact itself first, so it's not gonna do anything. You're gonna split into nothingness, I believe. Yeah, wonderful. So if we can kill them before they even get a chance to split, that's ideal. And they are gonna hit for 16 this turn. That's pretty bad. So, and we're not actually too concerned about it because this is gonna interrupt for sure. It's gonna deal 16, take you below the halfway point. Once we add Shiv. Oh, we should have vulnerable you first, but whatever. Once we added Shiv into the equation. Retain a defend just because we can. We're gonna get through this just fine. And this dude is dead on the next turn. Well, no, because the poison's gone. Still. Sucker Punch. Shiv. Already deceased. Get neutralized. Poison Stab. Strike. Wow. Okay, so we're actually in a pretty great spot here. Corpse Explosion. Enemy loses all poison. Deal damage equal to twice the amount lost to all enemies. You cannot draw any cards this turn. Reduce the cost of cards in your hand to 0. 1,000 cuts. Whenever you play a card, deal 1 damage to all enemies. I see the synergy. We have 402 gold. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna take Bullet Time. If we can get extra card draw, like Swift Potion, Bullet Time, we could play a Dynamite hand all in once. And then for Relic, gain energy at the start of each turn, you can no longer use potions. Gain energy at the start of each turn, you can no longer gain gold. Gain energy at the start of each turn, you can no longer see enemy intents. I'm gonna say no more gold. We already got 400. That's enough to buy a relic or two. Get some card removal maybe. Potions are very valuable, I think. So yeah, to have a little bit of extra energy, this might be worth it. But for now, thanks for watching. I think we're well equipped to at least get started here. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.